You've got the power. No, not that power. No, not quite. I'm talking hearing aids today, and more specifically, I'm talking about ReSound's brand new power behind the ear hearing aid, which will be available within the next few weeks. It feels like years since we've genuinely seen a leap forwards in superpower hearing aids, and for those of you out there with a severe to profound hearing loss, the wait has been, let's say, frustrating. Incremental changes, some styling tweaks, a firmware update here and there, but nothing like the developments that we've seen with the receiver in the ear counterparts. Well, that was all until today. The question is, why? Well, the sad reality is that there are far more people out there with a mild, moderate and severe hearing loss, all of which can be managed with either an in-the-ear or receiver and canal style of hearing aid. So the manufacturers, all of them, tend to focus their resources in this area only. In reality, it therefore means that we have to wait longer until we see radical developments with their behind-the-ear models. So today I'm sharing everything there is to know about the ReSound Enzo IA, the world's smallest rechargeable superpower hearing aid. Yes, you heard me say superpower, rechargeable and smallest in the same sentence. You don't know how excited I am to share everything around this technology with you today. And when I say superpower, I mean the kind of amplification and output needed for people with severe to profound hearing losses. Without distortion, without constant squealing from feedback, and without the bulky, uncomfortable large hearing aids that you've had to accept in the past. So what exactly are ReSound shouting about today? They're shouting about power, size, rechargeability, artificial intelligence, and you've got it, Auracast. So let's break that down. Making a powerful hearing aid is easy. Every manufacturer out there has got their own. But making one that doesn't feed back and delivers a clean signal isn't. And this is the first development that ReSound are particularly excited about. If you're watching today and you have a severe to profound hearing loss, your biggest daily challenge is almost always speech understanding, especially in noisy environments. That's not just my opinion, it's backed up by years of user surveys. The problem is a combination of not being able to achieve enough power or clean power in the high frequencies, which is incidentally exactly where clarity comes from, and a poor signal to noise ratio, meaning that hearing aids may be great at amplifying, but they're often not able to be selective in terms of what they turn up, i.e. focusing on speech and reducing background noise. ReSound reckon that the Enzo IA tackles both of these head on using some of their new features. So, what exactly have they done to combat background noise with these hearing aids? Well, inside there's GN's brand new 360 chip, designed specifically for high-powered hearing aids. It runs something that they call Intelligence Augmented, or IA, hence the name of these hearing aids, which has two main functions. Firstly, there is constant real-time analysis, meaning that they're continually scanning your environment and classifying it. And then secondly, when they know the environment that you're in, they tailor the adjustments accordingly, adapting both the gain, the noise reduction, and the directionality as you go. In ReSound's own words, it's all about spotlighting the sounds that matter the most whilst reducing distractions. And for those patients that I see with a severe to profound hearing loss, this is a big deal. Now, I'm going to interrupt myself mid-flow and just want to say that whilst this all sounds fantastic, I haven't even tried these things yet, and I haven't even had the opportunity to put them into a few patients' ears. How can I? They're not even available. If you're new to the channel, then you'll know that I release a video similar to this with the launch of any new hearing aids. And then when I've had the opportunity to fit them into a few patients' ears and get a ton of feedback to share with you guys, then and only then will I release a full review. So what I would recommend you do is to subscribe to this channel, and there's a button somewhere down here, and you'll be notified when a new and my full video is released. ReSound are boasting that clear focus is the narrowest beamformer available in any hearing aid today. That means that when you're facing someone in a noisy environment, the microphones will focus tightly on their voice, cutting out side and rear noise far more aggressively than older directional systems. And what has ReSound's research found? They found that 93% of Superpower users preferred it in noise versus other manufacturers, and they've developed a 2.7 decibel improvement in signal-to-noise ratio compared to their previous models. And if you've been living with a severe hearing loss, you know that a 2 to 3 signal-to-noise ratio decibel improvement can be the difference between just nodding along in a restaurant, you've all been there, and actually following the conversation. I hope, and I cannot wait to see if this works the same way outside of their labs. Here's a little equation for you. Powerful hearing aids usually equal feedback nightmares. True or false? However, the Enzo IA uses what GN calls, I quote, the world's best feedback management system. Big statement to make. Capable of providing the most added stable gain in its class before feedback will occur. Translation: you get more usable volume without the squeal, even when you kiss or hug somebody, or you put on a hat, for example. If you've experienced that, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. I've got to say, I'm pleasantly surprised by ReSound's reports on the battery life of these things, because maintaining the level of power that these hearing aids need and ensuring that they last for a full day is by no means easy. So, what are we seeing here? Firstly, 28 hours of use on a single charge, which is normally around 3 hours. However, that's assuming no Bluetooth streaming. And then 20 hours when streaming half of your day, which is a heck of a lot of streaming. For a Superpower hearing aid, that's outstanding, I've got to say, compared to any other manufacturer out there, especially given the size of these things. And for traveling or long days away from your charger, that's the difference between finishing your day with confidence or watching your battery die at 6 p.m. Let's talk connectivity, because this is a huge milestone. This hearing aid is the world's first Superpower hearing aid with Bluetooth low energy audio and Auracast built in. And what exactly does that mean for you today? It means more stable streaming with lower battery drain. It means simultaneously connecting to two devices, so no more faffing around having to unpair and repairing, and direct streaming of phone calls, videos, or music activated by a simple tap on your hearing aid. But not only that, what that means for you tomorrow is what excites me the most. As public spaces roll out Auracast transmitters, we're talking stadiums, airports, and theatres, you'll be able to connect to their broadcasts through the ReSound Smart 3D app. Yes, this is the updated version of the telecoil, which is going to change the hearing aid world forever. Now, annoyingly, ReSound's Enzo IA will be launching in the US and Germany on August the 21st, 2025, with other countries, such as the UK, yet to be announced. Come on, ReSound, I want to get them in a few patients' ears. However, I wouldn't recommend looking into any new hearing aids until you've watched this video covering the best hearing aids of this year.